Okay. Still gonna be a little bit. Just give me a second here. Hello, welcome. If I sound really tired, it is because I am tired. No, I had a wicked deep nap before stream. And I don't know, I guess I just didn't wake up right, or I exited at like the wrong, like the wrong tight cycle of sleep. So yeah, I my brain isn't braining right now. So let's go with that. All I know is I was deep asleep and then my alarm hit and I was like, oh, fuck me. Uh, told Solani you're approaching Star Island, she can potentially come along too. Awesome. The more the merrier. Um, as I, so I wanna, I wanna main, I've decided I'm maining Gunbreaker for, Shadowbringers. Gunbreaker is at level 73. So I'm going to pull back on that. Well, I mean, Dark Knight was the one that. So, Dark Knight originally was going to be my Shadowbringers main, but, I mean, as you recall, it is the one that got me to level 80, which unlocked Pictomancer and Viper. So, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with having an overleveled job. I mean, it could certainly make a lot of things easier. But, I kind of want to experience things as intended. At least it means you can go faster through the quests. Yeah, I mean, yes, for sure. But again, I want to experience things close to as intended. So that means, like, not too overleveled of a job. So I'm gonna hold off on Gunbreaker. And I'm only saying Gunbreaker and Dark Knight because, let's be real, Paladin and Warrior are too are still a little bit behind. Now, if I did want to go the G route, because Shadowbringers is definitely edgy, I could go Reaper. Here, let me go ahead and switch scenes. Oh, before I do that, I have a new glamour that I'm gonna be running today. if OBS will cooperate. Heather Mason. It's fruit. I don't have a bread cabinet. Is that... Surely that's a house... Well, no, that is a housing item because one of the glamours, one of the glamours that I saw on Eorzea database had that exact meme. So... Oh, fuck, what would it even... The fuck is going on with... Controller? Hello? Remember what I was saying the other day about my controller randomly disconnecting when... I think it might be... I think my controller might be dying on me. Because currently I'm playing on the console and not the modded... Well, yeah, could be. Because controllers... Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. I mean, I've already got, you know, one fundraiser to help moving costs, so... Isra the Bubblegum, thank you for the follow. Welcome. What would that even be called? What would be... Interior fixtures? No, this is just walls and floors and lights. Oh, passing by the... So, I got really confused when I was browsing housing items. It's like, MGS? That's not Metal Gear Solid. But no, that's Manderville Gold Saucer. Furnishings, maybe? It's ordered. Okay, this would be the bread rack. Yes. How much is it? Ooh, very cheap. Okay, saving that for later, because for the Heather Mason cosplay. Yeah, that I would have checked that if it was too crazy expensive, but it's not. So. I like to check. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, but I like to check this world's market board first. Aw, man. I'll hang out for... Oh, god damn it, my controller. What are we doing here? Do I have my... Do I have my Xbox One control? Ugh. I may have to... Okay. I think... Yeah, it's wired. Well, okay, so... It's both, but I prefer a wired connection. We should be good. Should be. Yeah, it is possible. Fuck. I may just have to... I have so many... So it's a USB-C connection, and I have so many of those, but I don't know if I have a spare. I can dig for that later. Okay. I'll try this. Um... Anyways, Heather on the motorcycle. Could listen to the ambient music for this area, like 24/7. Oh, come on. No. I got tofu pancakes last time, so I'll try the Emma Dachi. It seems Suyu has gone unrecognized thus far, but Kami help us if someone catches a clear view of her face. I must find her before that happens. The responsibility for her disappearance, for all of this, lies with me. But I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We are at your service, Lord Hien, now as before. Let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Yukiri know what we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. We have no way of knowing where Suyu is headed, so we had best divide our forces. I will take Kusakari and its surroundings. Alphino, if you would take the road to Castrum Fluminus. Yuna, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yuzuka Manor? One of the Namazu may well have seen our quarry. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts. My first thought was waterboarding, but they're fish, so that would just be akin to strapping an oxygen tank to the face. Wait, where? Oh, I didn't I didn't see the circle. Because it was so covered in check and quest marks. Welcome to Yuzuka Manor. Yes, yes. If there's anything you care to know, you need only... A pale-skinned woman? I have seen no such traveler, I am sorry to say. Most sorry. Scaly-skinned Namazu, on the other hand, we have in abundance. Unusually pale skin. Yes, yes, I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in a northeasterly direction. For the most part, her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. I don't know why it kind of tickled me flying over the loop, and it's like, excuse me, fellas, don't mind me. Unusually small bamboo thicket. Then again, war ravaged, so. God damn, you sure? You sure her steps were unsure? She's like miles away. Oh, wide-brimmed hat. Uh-oh. Yuna, before you ask, our search of Kusakari and its surroundings have yielded exactly naught. Save this chance reunion with you, I suppose. Mistress Alice has gone to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Hien here shortly thereafter. How did you fare at Yuzuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? Do you not see the hat on the ground? Towards Namai? By the kami, the villagers recognize her. It will not end well. We must hurry. Yukiri and I will check the patties. The village's square is yours.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Oh. Oh, wait, no, she's doing this for Gosetsu.
Save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
Yeah, because he made the comment about, wanting a persimmon.
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
What did I do?
As if you don't know! Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies! My lord, she would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker! What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry! I'm so sorry.
Anne.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated
Very.
as a citizen of Doma.
Very wise kid.
I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah. It's very sweet. Anyway, I said that Emma Dachi. Well, I was talking more about the act of giving the persimmon, but yeah, in a literal sense, yes. I do remember that terminology. Yeah. That would have been better avoided. But at least it did not end in bloodshed. And judging by Suyu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. Double the sweetness. Yeah. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. Ha! And they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds a taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around, but let us continue on to Castrum Fluminus and our meeting with the ambassador. Alphino and Alice should still be there, conducting their search. I'm trying to think. So, starting a throne isn't a bad idea. But what else would I add to it? I don't know. It seems our imperial guests have already arrived. 'Tis time to meet with the ambassador. This little...
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Like where this is going.
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look well.
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
Fucking god. Ooh. Ooh, I want to punch my monitor.
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare
Yeah.
at me so, Lord
Uh,
Hien. I merely did what any loving
Very
son would do for his
surprising.
family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma. Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
I... Mm.
We continue with the exchange as planned then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
Oh, man. Ugh. I knew better than to trust Asahi, but that was a dirty trick. Still, unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Suyu's future to rest. I've sent her back to the Enclave with Yugiri to give Gosetsu his precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. You have that look, Alphino. What is it? Oh, nothing of consequence, most like. Oh, we can discuss it upon our return. We should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Tsuyu's fate. He will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. a misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
You and me both.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention.
You liked him?
I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder.
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
Yeah, I get the feeling. Yeah, no, for sure, Isra. But I'm saying, like, my hatred for him.
But the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone.
My hatred for him grows exponentially.
Gun?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties. Might I call upon your assistance?
Yeah, sure.
Help! Help!
Yeah, very.
Help me!
Yeah.
If only I hadn't remembered.
Ooh.
He should hate me. But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Who's there?
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
Yeah, it's already feeling really... ugh.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu! A font of misery! You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament. You've kept your looks at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugane and start a new business.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be. Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask.
Totally, absolutely.
Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies. And it begins with you!
Yotsuyu!
What?
Yeah, very, actually. This fucker.
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Stab him too while you're at it.
Brother dearest, what a surprise.
Translator's note. Ikaku means plan.
You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed. But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
Any sign of her? What happened here?
Oh boy, Ian. I
knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother? Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives.
I they had it coming.
But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
I mean, not nearly to this severity, but you know, I myself didn't have too great of parents, so not nearly to that severity, but we've recovered the Nairus' remains, and we'll hold the cremation anon. Would that they had never said again. Would that they had never set foot in Doma again. I broke the news to Gosetsu myself. He was quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. You see. So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Yotzi has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. It is, by any measure, a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yotzi into the Garlean's hands should her condition improve prior to the hour of the exchange. By that reckoning, all is, if not as it should be, then as it must be. This I can accept. But what I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct and his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted. That is to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings. Whatever the ambassador is planning, I think it unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. A wise precaution. If the main structure of Castrum Voluminous is to be the stage for the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The citadel has stood empty ever since the Imperial withdrawal, while we took steps to ensure that it could not be defended by an occupying force. It is entirely possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside and make certain we have an unobstructed exit. Pray allow me to join you. I have some experience of Imperial facilities, and should matters take a turn for the worse, I would hope to be of at least some use. Very good. That should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, We will need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several trips to evacuate everyone. A Confederate Sekibune, on the other hand, would require only a single run, and leave us far less vulnerable on the water. Assuming, of course, Rasho can be convinced to part with one. Might I take the lead on this? I've had dealings with Rasho and his pirates before. And I won't be alone, will I, Yuna? You can count on me. Much appreciated. I quite fancy parleying with pirates again. It's just a shame Lise won't be there to reprise her role. Hydrate check. Thank you. I have had a soda I've been sipping on, but I do have, and you can't obviously see it because it doesn't pick up in the tracking, but I have a big ol' 64 ounce how many milliliters does that translate to? I don't know, like 1,700 ounces? I don't know. Big old bottle of water. Coke Zero's good. I'm sipping on a Diet Dr. Pepper, so... I am certain you would make a persuasive pair. But I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. That's understandable. My lord, the ruler of Doma should not be seen consorting with common brigands. Now you, Gary. Stood with us against the Empire. If we would ask their aid once more, we must treat with them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Indeed, my lord. Pray forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alphino and I shall be about our task. And we should be on our way to Onokura. Time is short, and Rasho may take some convincing. Yeah, no, totally get it. Take care of yourself. I'm actually gonna take a little pee break. So, I'll be back shortly myself. Okay. You think maybe I could fund a PC with Throne? You think that's possible? Also, I saw some sort of airship fly just by. Some sort of airship mount. Yeah. Oh. Man, those... Yeah, that's probably the best way to go about that sort of purchase. Now there's a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble Lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats, such as we? You've come to offer Doman chains in place of Garleant ones, and I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. And what fine subjects he would make. With your fleet at our disposal, our restoration efforts would be hastened tenfold. But let's speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but request your aid once more. Yeah, so we need to borrow a ship. Mayhap you were confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you, only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We've sworn no oath to you, and will not come running like hounds at their master's whistle. And I would not presume to treat you thus. I come to petition your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. That table, the leg of the table is directly on the crack between the boards. Like, it's just barely sitting on both of the boards. Only barely. But I would still be worried about it slipping. Well, yeah, but still, and even with it being angled like that is making me uncomfortable. Like, setting aside the crack issue, the way it's angled. Like, I don't like it. Prophet, was you always think in such short-sighted terms? Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? Yeah, maybe. Especially with the board placings. The board spacings. Like, you're drunk and you're wearing sandals like they are, which have the platforms, right? Like, you could easily trip. That's what he said. Have you ever heard of pirates, little miss? You'll find we're simple souls. You pay our tithe, you sail in peace. Deny us our due, and we take it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but We are not in the business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself, Mr. Salise. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk. And there's more to be said. According to records recovered after the liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted into the Imperial Army. And as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? You seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Hien. The losses we suffered at the Garlean's hands are no secret. But since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has come alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. We could do with some more hands on deck, and doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Very well. The Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have your ship. But before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during your battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she has yet to be declared seaworthy. She is sound enough down below, but when you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, those upper planks had best be free of cracks. Assuming you want your people to stay dry, you will do me the favor of swimming around the hold to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman lords are not averse to getting their robes wet. Not this Doman lord. If we inspect a third of the ship, it shall be done in a trice. Ah, Spirit. Ship is moored at the Quickscape Pier. Our apprentice shipwright will be on deck to hear your report. Look for a lad named Ihanashi. I thought I had a knack for parleying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success, and yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Yeah, damn good thing. Well, well. I thought the rumors exaggerated, but the young lord lives up to his reputation. Oh, I thought I could jump that. Wrong side of the island. Inspecting time. You spot a small crack in one of the planks. Damn, look at Heather's vertical. Straight out of the water, too. Fuck Silent Hill. The Lakers need you. Hi, I'm a shipwright, apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? Section I inspected seems solid enough. There's a little crack somewhere. On the port side near the bow, you say? Alright. I'll have a look and see what I can do. My apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in that gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I am happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section of the hull. You're Lord Hien. The captain sent you to inspect the hull. Kami have mercy. Forgive us this discourtesy, my lord. 'Tis quite all right. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take it you are of Doma? Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. It's no leaving once I joined. How fair is our lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we've found a small crack in the port side, but I'll have it fixed before you know it. I see you've met the boy. Did he tell you a story? He babbles when he is nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts, as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave this life. If he so chooses, I expect you to see they are provided for. I have heard that those who joined the Confederacy forswear all ties with kin and homeland. Is that oath so easily put aside? If I allow it. I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them. The yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot. But he has scarce dipped his toes with us. There's a life for him in Doma. He should have the chance to live it. Well said. The Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more. Be it in Yansha or out on the Ruby Sea, we have a duty to ensure that in Ihanashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Then the matter is settled. I'll make preparations to cast off. Well, my friends, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. Oh wait, I can just... So how close am I to the trial? Or dungeon if it takes place before? I expect I'm getting, like, really close. Literally next quest, amazing. It seems Yugiri and Alphino completed their task before us. We've been waiting. We scouted the structure and determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River. Now we have but to attend the exchange and pray to the kami these precautions were unnecessary. Something tells me. I don't like this. While we were putting our contingency plans in place, I left Hakuro in charge of organizing transport for the Imperial prisoners. You will see they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. Come, they await us on the riverbank, not far from the castrum. Okay. Shouldn't be too long until I get to the trial. I don't think. Your party is assembled then. Aye, and ready for what lies ahead. Trust. Lest there be any confusion, though, tower across the waters to be the scene of the exchange. That and whatever else Asahi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Yukiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape, and lend what support we can. Your ship awaits you at the Castrom's loading docks. She will see you safely home. Then all stand ready to play their part. Come, let us be about it.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion, welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Nairi, widow of Sashihai, and acting Viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern, mine to punish!
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting Viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself. I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken. This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
Of course.
has she done?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
Oh, that was sick. That's sick shot. Ooh. Oh.
A dormant citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
But Ambassador!
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
As you command.
My lord, you must fall back!
You ask me to run?
Leave it to me.
Against such a foe, I would be more hindrance than help. The field is yours. We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord.
I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours. But I am become Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty? I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail.
Oh, hold on.
Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Dorman. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Dude, she looks so sick, though. Okay, there you are. Yeah, true. But I want to say hi regardless. What? Oh, wait. I can't be distracted. Okay. I am going to go ahead and run Machinist. If the time does take too long, then I will go ahead and switch off to... Might switch off to Gunbreaker. That is if it takes too long. I was just saying if oh, never mind. I was saying if it takes too long to pop, I'll switch to Gunbreaker, but no need.
It's going to be a long Your end is near.
That was cool. Oh, shit. my god.
In darkness
Oh.
lives the spider. From mortal, I rise anew. Suffused with night, I shall prevail. Moonlight's chill, shiny petals pale. Beg them.
Damn it.
No. Not yet. Not yet. I'll grind you under my heel. I'll grind you under my heel. I'll grind you under my heel.
God damn. Hey, we did it. Oh, suck it. Suck it. Such a sick shot. Oh, never mind. Well, thank you for the help. It seemed to be rough, but we got it. First try. No, don't worry about it. I figured, but no, don't worry about it. I died in one of the stacks too, so... This fucker.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down. My, such hostility! These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer. Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
Ha! You cannot, of course! To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
This fucker.
But I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This Dorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point.
Can I just kill him?
It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Dorma. I would have repaid his faith.
No one alive loves him more than I!
Bitch.
Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth!
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
Oh yeah, I guess.
These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill.
His fucking teeth chattering.
Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you. What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
So you deserved a kinder fate.
Her happiness was never to be. Not in this world. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
Shut up. You ruined you're ruining the fucking moment, man.
Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Yeah, his last words being the name of the man that he simps for. That's crazy.
Asai, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
Yeah.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Xenos will come. Well, he's not coming for you. That's for certain. And you know, given the hate boner that Xenos has for us. Very messy.
She is gone. Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Death shall not want for company this day.
Oh, fuck.
You spared us a worse disaster.
Windows,
fear
I
our
don't give
fledgling
a
peace
shit.
with the Empire was beyond saving.
I'm still on Windows 10, by the way. I never fucking... I do need to switch over to Linux at some point. Enjoy.
Lord Hien!
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now. But our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here. But it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
Xenos was behind the plot.
I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
Indeed.
And how can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo.
Yeah, well...
I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an imposter has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court?
Imposter?
The idea is inconceivable.
Sus?
But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield. But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
I believe in you, Alphino.
'Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
Dude, it's so nice having seen his growth and progression. It's like, my little brother, he's grown up. I knew Asahi was planning some manner of treachery. The summoning. Thank the Kami you are here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yotzi's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. It's little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Sekibune before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet waits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Yeah, fair. It is fair. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. It would be a shame to miss the joyous reunion. Fuck, I should have... I need to pee, but I should have gone before the cutscene. I'll wait till after the cutscene. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, true.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Alright, I'll be back in a second. Boo.
Ah, there you are.
Oh, got a haircut.
Gosetsu, your hair. My friend, what have you done?
Bald!
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
Yeah, honestly, that really fits his vibe. That is like one hell of a description for him.
All of them?
Safe travels, Gosetsu.
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
Yeah.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Dorma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
Honestly, I just imagined him like just ruffling everyone's hair before leaving. I don't know, I feel like he would have done that. Gosetsu. Fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us in the Kinkan. I would thank you properly. Or at least Alice says yeah. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in my memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous acts of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you, I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest. Yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphino to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu, by building a nation in which none need live in fear. I confess, I miss him already. But the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. Wonder, do you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsu such kindness? Aw, man. Sad. I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts. And in Yotsu's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, the little girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Though Suyu could never truly replace his daughter, I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the Kami have been so minded. Even now, I labor to discern any meaning in Yotsu's fate. To deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother. Can that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the Kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that, for a brief moment, a girl known as Suyu lived among us. That she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. Yeah, no, I fully agree with that. I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. Yeah. I don't know. She really solidified herself as a not just a top FF14 antagonist, but just as a series antagonist. She jumped. I dare say she's top 5 series antagonists for me. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Rhalger's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Yeah, exactly. Yuna, Alice, you're back. No Alpha now. It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But that's... If this is a joke... God says it better be a joke. Look, I know what I saw, all right? We all saw it. And here you are saying he is alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald? I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust Yuna's. She saw the Crown Prince through the Echo, in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. It was him. It was Xenos. No. It must have been... I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye. Someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Balls, gilded... balls. Whatever are you talking about? Hey! Thancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphino had me lending a hand at the Saltery, been an eye on rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? Ugh. As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. What if it will put this rumor to rest? I suppose we have to. When there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhow in the Locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked, so as not to upset the locals. And it shouldn't be too hard to find. Naga, you're in charge until I get back. Oh, there we go. This is it. Thoughts he'd better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off and thought no more of it. So no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied. Well then, we are presented with but one course of action. And we'd best be sure we are not absorbed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? No worries.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
He did. Well, ain't that something? Uh-oh. Who's this chuckle fuck? If there's no corpse, then we to conclude the rumors are true. Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphino's theory of Ascian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. You're saying an Ascian is walking around in Xenos' body? Seems a distinct possibility. Once I've put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, then that was some trick. He as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Rabwan needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Rulger's Reach. Yeah. Kinda. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we were due another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones, then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Urianger over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Ishtola is on her way and should be here any... I'll just say, you know. Tis good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the east? Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhabits Xenos' body. Doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates. Yuna. Nay, Alphino had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy stronghold, and the shadowy web of the Paragons, like as not. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace... We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead, and the rite beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan, every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there's no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. What are you... Have you lost your mind? Ooh. I've lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins? Embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. Um, it was, that one, Imperial facility. I feel like I feel like I should know that guy, that Ellison. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Ah. It felt, it felt like the one fucker from the ninja quests. Fuck, what was his name? Wonder. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alphino. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. Should probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea? Wait, is he the other fucker that was with, Asahi? Not glasses dude, the other Ellison. I don't know, I'm drawing blanks. Like, I feel like it's like on the tip of my tongue. I should know this, and it's, pissing me off. I'll put the kettle on then. The table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. Oh. We'll take a quick 5. Jump scare. Interesting. So this Tsukuyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo, via the medium of a sacred relic. That's right. They believe their gods, or kami, reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalogue of such relics. But if we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea. I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help to prevent further summoning in the region. I will pin you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert on etherology. Greetings. Could be that I'm in time for tea. It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhouse gravekeepers. They all told much the same story. Once Lisa and her officers had confirmed Xenos dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Xenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamegan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending scroll was removed, as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, 'tis like that the corpse was already missing. Assuming Xenos has not, in effect, risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed impostor, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it. If Asahi was as fervent a devotee as he believed, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation, however committed. We must assume that we are dealing with an Ascian, and proceed accordingly. Agreed. Question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphino in Garlemald? Your presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Meanwhile, on the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft, whatever that numeral was. Master Alphino, we're making good speed toward our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, it's just... I can see naught from my cabin, and was curious to know the land over which we flew. The boys. I'm afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such niceties. I am happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn on the western edge of Othard. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but momes upon momes of lifeless earth. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a waste. I about said Westlet Dasteland. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of ether. Aye. It is believed that a succession of icon summonings was responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Othard and beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared icons a threat to our very star's existence, and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Purr. Report. We're under attack, sir. Agitech armor. No visible designation. Agitech? But who? All cannons, return fire. Damage report. Main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. Going down, sir. Damn it. They knew exactly where to hit us. All hands, brace for impact. Glad to have you back, Master Alphanev. We have landed in one piece, more or less. One piece! But the air filtration system is damaged, and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we can. I... Huh? What? Oh, wait, no. White boy jump scare indeed. Oh. Oh. Why am I targeting the carbuncle? What? Confound it. Not here. Not like this. What? Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies of our enemies. Introductions can wait. You are calm in a crisis, Master Alphino. Let us finish this then. It does seem extremely familiar, yes. For whom does he fight? Oh. So it is him. Interesting. Oh. This doesn't quite get all of them, but just get quite a few of them. Yeah. My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. Well, well. I did not think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a scion. You know of me, sir. I have some small history with your order. Dude, that Ellison war paint was really cool. I don't know, I like it. War paint or face tattoo, I don't know, but I would speak of the present. Know you your assailants and the severity of your predicament? Soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard, and I could venture a guess as to their motive. But you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for the asking. And as for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Ascian's mask. The face of our prey. We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Yeah, I wonder fucking why. Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed. We accept your gracious offer. Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. Ooh, so edgy and cool. Yeah, he looks like he hasn't bathed in months. This is intolerable. But as much as I wish it were otherwise, there's nothing we can do for Alphino now but pray for his success. Yeah, true. The timing of that line. Said, yeah, true. Well, that is not entirely true. Shut the fuck up, Alpha. Man. Situational comedy. Well, actually, it's etherless soil. While your brother journeys to Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western provinces. And I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Alice, but provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is all important. It's safer that I go alone. I can sneak very well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. We should leave this to Thancred. Not you too. I understand your frustration, Alice, but Yuna has the right of it. We must defer to Thancred's expertise in this matter. Fine. Just promise you'll be careful. Yep. No, that is a perfect example of Alice's stealth. Stealth. Seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all. But I will stay behind, as I have been bid. Exactly. We all have our talents. Mine just happens to involve a silver tongue and soft soles. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequence. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East Aldenard vessel to bear me thither, but I shall return if I am needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Yuna. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alphino to share. Oh. Aw, that's cute. Oh, Yuna. If you come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Everything is exactly as it was. Ishtola is still investigating primals in the Far East. Thancred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces. Alphino is still out there, somewhere. There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Okay, take care. Begging your pardons, I bear a message from the Eorzean Alliance. Thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. Welcome to the Rising Stones. You have a message. I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Ascian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamacan resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Ascian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities on our foe, your Order's counsel would be most welcome. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I say this one falls to us. By which I mean, I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. Of course I will. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamigo. By your leave. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Tancred, what's going on, man? Alright, just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear that right, Real? Is Tancred coming back? Aye, but he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. Being in Garlean territory, though, couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could, and to make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamigan Quarter. Understood. And I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. Not gonna lie. I kind of want to call it quits here. Yeah. Yeah, I want to call it quits here for today. Shall we? Yeah. So yeah, that means we'll be back Tuesday. Yeah. See you then.